month, but
I'm doing my coin standing here.
I'm going to get him to dance. You watch. All right. Well, we're continuing on, and of course, it is Coin Week here at HSN, and we have a lot of special offers we're sharing with you. We gave you a little sneak preview to this, and this has already been wildly popular here. And we're going to dive right in because, as I mentioned, Mike is a resident numismatist. He has been in the industry for more than 2 decades, and we're excited to have his expertise and knowledge. This is a set he's been excited to share with you, but this is our 2019 Proof 70 Deep Cameo First Day of Issue Limited Edition 7-coin silver set. We're talking about pure silver. Every single coin, 99.9%. This is hot off the presses. It's $279.95, brand new. Now, I'm gonna see if our crew can pop up the flexible payments on this one, because we have 2 flex pay with your HSN credit card. Woo is right, Mike.
Nice.
Because typically we wouldn't have flex pay, but if you use your HSN credit card, you'll get 2 flex pay of $139.98, and that's only till the end of the month. 3 days left to get coins on extra flex with your HSN credit card. Now, Mike, let's dive in and talk about why this set is so phenomenal and there's creating so much buzz in the coin world.
Well, the United States government released the silver proof set this year, and they decided to make all the regular silver coins, like they have since, like I said, 1794, they'd always made the silver coins in 9 zeros at 90% silver. They've always done that. This year, for the very first time, they've made them in pure silver. This is a monumental numismatic event.
Right.
These are those 7 coins.
Honestly, we can't buy enough, can we?
No, we just,
we
you
can't buy enough.
As you can see, 99.9% pure silver.
Oh, so
first
pretty.
999 silver Kennedy half dollar. First 999 silver Roosevelt dime. We have first day of issues. We're going to give you the entire set at $279.95. In first day of issue, we had the NGCs last week at $279. Those weren't first days, okay? We just had the early, I think they were early release or regular, or we had the silver bar edition on that.
And
these are, we finally got in the annex.
Right.
We finally got in first day of issue.
And 70.
And they're all 70s.
All 70s.
1,119 sets. Now, I'm anticipating a sellout on this set here today. I'm anticipating sellout. First of all, understand you're going to get the red oak presentation box with this. So look at this set right here. You're going to get the 7-coin set. And the red oak presentation box here, we're looking at, I think, a $39.95 value.
Gosh,
is what this is going to be. $39.95 for the box. So now you take that, now you're down to like $239.95 for 7 coins. You have to understand that's about the cost of certification.
I was just going to say,
but you get
how much
7 silver coins.
But certification alone,
$210.
$210 just within the certification, and then $40 in the box. Where are we at?
Well, now that's $250.
$250, and we're at $279.95.
And we're at $279.95, and they're all 70s. The Kennedy is only grading from fresh sets. The Kennedy is only grading about 40%. Okay, out of a brand new United States silver proof set, less than half are grading 70. And of course, first day of issue designation is basically already passed. So you know you're going to have that special first day of issue, which is huge out there in the marketplace. You're going to get all the silver quarters, the silver dime, first silver dime, 99 fine, the first Kennedy, 99 fine, and then the first quarters of any kind, let alone national parks, 9 each. One of the 7 coins, absolutely, positively pure silver. This is 100% exclusive to us here at HSN, and then put it in the red oak presentation box. Like I said, this is numismatic history in the making right now. The problem is, while 1,119 seems a relatively large number, I anticipate that lasting the day. I anticipate that lasting only the day at 1,119, given the velocity of sales we had on the NGC set. Okay, if you look at the NGC set, and remember when we sold that last week. We had it for 8 or 9 or 10 minutes.
Right, and we could show you the item number.
Yeah. Well, we had 600 or 700. There it is.
671307, and a lot of you collect Annex, NGC, and the other two grading companies.
So you can have the NGC if you see fit. I've got it also at $279.95.
So same price.
Same price. It's not the first day of issue. These are first day of issue. The NGC is not first day of issue. But still, so we had 700 of those sets, was not available on hsn.com.
And 390 left in the NGC.
Well, we sold 600. We sold that out. We restocked 400 sets is all.
And they're already pre-selling.
They're already pre-selling. Boom, boom, boom. We've already sold about 30 or 40 sets, plus the 600. So that was about 1,000 NGC sets, but I didn't have the 1,000 available right away. Now I have these 1,000 available right here, right now. But the problem is, look, it's enough probably for this airing, for this, you know, I mean, it's, you know, what, 1:30 in the morning here. Eastern time. But when we get to prime time, for the 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., and I don't know how long those are going to last from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. when it comes down to the quantities on this.
Mike, I'm not an expert. I love to collect coins. It's one of those things that I'm always honest about this. Probably maybe I shouldn't be, but I told Mike, like, when I first started working with him, I was like, oh gosh, coins. Like, I was like, really, and I was so nervous because I knew nothing about them. But the more I learned, the more I understood the importance of the U.S. Mint and the collectability, the history, part of our intrinsic tapestry of the United States of America, and the beauty of these coins. There's something about them that call to me, and they will do the same to you when you get them at home. When you see the beauty of these coins, listen, and I get to stand next to Mike and learn so much from him like you guys do, but these coins in pure silver are unlike anything I've ever seen. Now, you who have been in the industry for over 2 decades, you've been collecting since you were a kid. What is your take on that? Because I think these are some of the most beautiful coins I've seen in pure silver ever.
This is a special coin right here, particularly this coin. Look, I love the quarters, I love the dime, the Roosevelt dime, but the Kennedy $half, there's absolutely no doubt. This 999 fine silver for the very first time. Okay, and you have to understand, this is only, you have to buy, in essence, the entire set to get this. So just by definition, this coin is going to be somewhere between about $150 and $200 for first day of issue out there in the marketplace, just for this coin right here.
And we sold that out last week.
We had this at $99, which was, in all honesty, underpriced, because we sold 1,300 in a single airing.
Perhaps everyone knew.
Yeah, I think everybody got it. But when you get this, and I think this is the point, as you say, get this home. 30-day money-back guarantee, of course. It's different. The coin looks different. We have to hold this in our hand when we show it to you, because if we sit it there, it just is. It's so incredible. It just looks different. I mean, because
it is different.
And that's why the government did this, is they said, okay, pure silver looks differently. It strikes differently. The coin looks different. Everything about it, even the reverse of the coin. Look at that. In absolutely pure silver. That's what that is for the very first time. It's not just the first pure silver Kennedy $half, which it is.
Yeah.
It's the first pure silver $half. The United States government has made commemorative dollars, and they've made Franklin $half. They made Walking Liberty $half, and Barber $half, and Bust $half, and Seated $half. They've made all of these coins, but they've never done it in 999 fine pure silver. It's always been 900 fine. So not only is it gorgeous, not only is it rare, not only is it graded perfect, not only is it incredibly and eminently collectible, but it is also unique. It is also exclusive. And as you can see, Annex first day of issue exclusive to us. And I hate really focusing on this one. It's one of the 7 pure silver coins that you get in this, but this coin, this is the rock star, okay? I don't think there's any doubt about it. I'm going to put this back up here, and then you're going to have do not forget about the Roosevelt dime. And I know it's a smaller coin, but it's the first Roosevelt dime. If you look at the first West Point minted Roosevelt dime, in certified condition, it's a $100 coin. So what's the first pure silver Roosevelt dime going to be out there? It's going to be spectacular at $279.95. There's an argument could be made that this coin should be $279, that the Kennedy should be $279. The one thing I can tell you is this quarter set is $200 to $300 by itself anywhere out there in the marketplace, just for the quarter set. And that's a steal at $200. for the 5 pure silver quarters in perfect condition with the red oak presentation box.
Are they going to continue to do the pure silver, do you know?
No idea. All I know is that this one's the first. I don't know if they're going to. They do not consult us on any basis, in any way, at any level.
I thought you had them on quick dial.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's funny. So they sell a thing where it's limited 1 per household. Okay, I buy, I don't know, I'm responsible for about $20 million a year in sales at the U.S. Mint.
Wow.
You know how many I get if the household limit's 1 on a limited edition coin?
1.
I would get 1.
You would get 1.
Yeah,
You have no special favors.
Zero. Absolutely zero. Which is, you know, in a lot of ways, I mean, I think that's important to the collectability of it. You know, we've got to go out there, and if we want, you know, if we want more than 1, we have to buy it from people. We've got to go out there in the open market. This coin, because it's certified. So when you look at the value of the coins, the fact that you get 7 pure silver coins, every single one of them certified absolutely perfect, 70 that you're going to have here in the red oak presentation box. Put all that together, make this exclusive to us here at HSN, which we've 100% done, that you're going to have right here at $279.95, understanding that there's only 1,119 match numbered sets. Now look, one of the great things, I love the NGC coins, I love the PCGS coins, we sell them here all the time. But only the annex sets are individually match numbered on the set itself. NGC doesn't do it, PCGS doesn't do it, okay? Only of the 3 major grading companies, the three big 3 of those, the 4th major recognized grading company is ICG. But of the big 3 in essence, only annex individually numbers and match numbers the sets. So you know right now, people always ask for NGC or PCGS, what's the pop? So in other words, the population, how many are there?
Okay.
Don't have to look it up, don't have to go anywhere else, I don't have to know somebody, it's right on the coin right here. There are 1,119 match numbered sets. Now the problem is there is far less than 1,119 match numbered sets as we stand right here, as we talk about it right here, right now. There is far, far fewer than that. But the key is once again, primetime show tonight. I am anticipating complete and total sellout of this on the day. I'm anticipating complete and total sellout on the day of the pure silver 7-coin set and understand, red oak presentation box is included.
And I think for Father's Day, for anything special, if you love to collect precious metal coins, I mean, this is yours. And today at $279.95 on 2 flexible payments with your HSN credit card, that's $139.98. Those extra flex with your HSN credit card are only good for 3 more.